Just 2 years ago, Webster's finally gave us a word for a feeling that I'm sure many of you have had before. And the word is hangry. Hangry is when a person becomes angry, it becomes irritable because of their hunger. You know the feeling, you've missed lunch, it's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, whatever it may be, and you skipped a meal, you're feeling a little bit more tense, more upset than usual, and you snap, you make a decision, you say something that you regret. This is hangry. That's a word that's become popular over the last 5 or 6 years. It finally made its way into the dictionary. And at the beginning of our Parsha this week, we encounter a character who is certainly, when we read the text, he is certainly hangry. Our Parsha begins with the birth of Yaakov and Esav. And of course, Esav is a young man. He returns from the field from a day of hunting, and he's exhausted. Vehu ayef, he's tired, exhausted, and he's hungry. And he comes to his brother Yaakov, and he says, Haliteni na min ha'adom hazeh. Give me some of this red stuff. I'm so hungry, I'm so tired, I need something to eat. And Yaakov makes a deal, and he tells him, I'll give you some of my soup in exchange for the birthright. And of course, we know Esav makes a terrible decision. Esav says, why do I care about this birthright to begin with? What is this birthright to me? I'd rather have the bowl of soup. Vayochal vayesh, he eats, he drinks. Vayakam vayelech, he gets up, he leaves. Vayivez Esav es habechora. Esav spurns the birthright. Now, when I read this parsha, I can relate to Esav. I understand what he's going through. I've been hangry before also. You miss lunch, it's 3 o'clock, you're feeling upset, you say something, you regret it. So how is it, we judge Esav by this moment, that he, Vayivez Esav es habechora, that he spurns the birthright? He was angry, he was upset. We can understand, why is it that we're so judgmental? The Ramban has a very insightful comment where he points out, Vayivez Esav es habechora, Esav spurning the birthright was not for the act of selling the birthright, it was not for the act of eating the soup. What does the Torah tell us? Vayochal vayesh, he eats, he drinks. Vayakam vayelech, he gets up and he leaves. Explains the Ramban, he says this in a couple words, but I believe this is what he means. After Esav ate that soup, did he show remorse? Did he show regret? Did he say to Yaakov, I've made a terrible mistake, can we reconsider? No. After he eats the soup, he's no longer hungry. He's no longer hangry. What does he do? Vayakam vayelech. He gets up and he leaves. This, says the Ramban, Vayives Esav es habechora. This is spurning the birthright. It's one thing to sell the birthright because you're so hangry, you're so exhausted. We understand, we can relate to that terrible decision, but we can understand why people make those types of mistakes. But Vayakam vayelech, afterwards getting up, leaving, this was a disgrace. This is when Esav spurned the birthright. As human beings, we're emotional creatures. Sometimes we're upset, sometimes we're frustrated, sometimes we're hangry. And when we're emotional, we make mistakes. But how do we recover from those mistakes? If we follow the model of Esav, Vayakam vayelech, we just walk away. So we've missed an opportunity. We've missed an opportunity to reflect. We've missed the opportunity to apologize. We should follow not the model of Esav, but even if we've made mistakes, even if we're hangry, even if we're upset, we should never Vayakam vayelech. It shouldn't be that afterwards that we just get up and leave. When we're able to calm down, we should acknowledge the mistakes we make, and we should apologize if we hurt someone's feelings. I wish you all a wonderful Shabbos.